Anyway, Rendos, thank you for the call. If you want to call Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord. So we've heard all about Reddit's new favorite episode. So I thought it might be a good idea, and this is a common thing in the world of broadcasting, so don't freak out, guys. But I thought that I would air check you guys. I would air check the two shows that I was not here for. So
we're gonna throw it in the air?
No. We're gonna listen to sections of it together as a group, and I'm gonna give you a peer review.
Okay, why is it called air check?
We were actually already there, so we can just leave while you do this, right?
No,
we already know what we sounded like, and we were awesome.
Yeah. See, it's the feedback and the improvements, the list of improvements that I'm going to lay out for you guys.
But as Reddit has clearly demonstrated, you don't give constructive feedback. You just yell at people.
And you just shut down our opinion, so why would we take anything you say
Shut up, Nika. That may be what happens.
You shouldn't have walked out on the show.
That's my
feedback. Look, I think that, if I'm going to give you guys feedback, that it's only fair to do it on the air. I mean...
Is that why it's called an air check?
It's called an air check because
do other radio stations do this on the air?
No, they don't do it on the air. Generally, you do this in your boss's office.
Why are we doing this in front of thousands of people?
Why is
thousands of people?
Why is it on the air?
Because I think that's more entertaining, and I think it's more honest too. It's more transparent.
It's also more our style.
It's more transparent.
All right, so let's rip
that's
apart.
what we're all about. It'll be our transparency.
All right, you know what? Fine. Let's just cut the fat.
You're fired!
All right, we can go, Nika.
You can't get rid of me that easy.
Okay, so I've picked out a couple of selections from both those shows, and marked them off. Sometimes what you can do for an air check, especially if you run like a talk show, is you can just drop into the middle of a show and just sort of like listen to it in a 60-second at a glance sort of way and be able to provide feedback, right? Like this is
60 seconds.
No, it'll vary. At least what I picked out will vary. But some places, the way that they do air checks, your boss will just drop into the middle of it and not even pick things out to talk about.
Well, this doesn't really make sense in the context of LBR because you're not our boss.
Am I?
No.
I mean, I kind of, I am. I'm definitely, I definitely run this. Listen, if you listened to the last two episodes, you know that I run this ship here.
We were there.
Yeah, you were present. That's about.
Well, this obviously means
that
Aniero
all I'm willing to give you.
Can never have another vacation ever again.
That is pretty true.
Okay,
that is pretty true.
At least he's losing something.
So, Juxta, have you got our different sections loaded up here?
Yes.
All right. So, I want to start with episode 121, which that was Juxta and Nika. And
excuse me, say it by the show's name. Thank you. Have some respect.
Anyway, so I want to start.
Okay, Juxta, good job.
I want to start with Nika's opening read. So,
that was amazing.
Well, just here. By the way, we're listening to the podcast version, just so you guys have... I asked you guys to listen to the podcast version so you guys would have some context of what it sounds like after I go and I put all of the stuff in. I don't know that you actually did it.
After he pretties it up.
Yeah,
you can't prove that we didn't.
I can't prove that you didn't, but that's why we're doing this on the show, so that I can know in my heart of hearts that you have.
Oh, so we're forced to listen to it.
That's right. Hit the fucking play button.
Do you find yourself bound by the most savage of duties? Enjoy getting pounded for hours on end,
Notice how much this read improves just with the music behind her.
With no hope of things getting smoother?
Because the music knows.
Fret not, adventurer. For we have just the
no. Well, but I was the one that selected the music. I put the music in. That was pretty.
Well, that's what we wanted for this.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, I know. And I did see like what I bring to the show.
Okay, congratulations.
I know.
You're trying. Well, we already know that you bring good production. We've never done.
Nika, I'm trying to listen. I haven't heard this yet.
Because coming comes after the fist.
Fisting jokes.
I love that little whistle in there. That's brilliant.
I bet that wasn't there originally, and he had to add that himself.
My audiomancy skills.
I doubt it.
My
audiomancy. I
audiomancy.
have that song
My audiomancy
Why
skills.
do you have that song
are
on
so
my
good.
computer.
Why?
It's a Final Fantasy IV remix.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Theme of Love, sax version. You can look it up. It's by Sean
I
Shanansky.
love sex.
Saxophone.
What?
Sax.
Well,
Hey,
he loves sax too.
Yeah. Okay. So
sex.
anyway, so
perfect.
So this goes hand in hand. Please load up marker 2 there. This goes hand in hand. Let's listen now to the opening read that or the opening of the show that Nika did. So.
Hello, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my really awkward reading of that. Welcome to the absolute best episode of Limit Break Radio.
Pause, please. Pause.
You don't even believe what you're saying yourself, Nika.
Nika.
In my
Nika.
defense, I was scared out of my fucking mind.
Nika.
So I think for what it's worth, it's pretty good.
You don't need to explain. It only takes one time explaining that, look, we don't have music today so that we can be able to better produce the podcast. Once you say that, before you start doing the show, you don't need to keep mentioning that it's awkward or doesn't have music, right? Like,
Okay, but the chat was making it a thing. I was playing off of them.
of course the chat makes it a thing. The chat makes everything a thing.
We were low budget LBR and I was rolling with it.
You don't need to constantly explain that in the context of the show.
You know what you sounded like? You sounded like someone riddled with anxiety who has been emotionally abused all their life and has to apologize for everything.
Yeah.
Who hurt
so
you,
exactly
Nika?
how I am.
Who hurt you, Nika?
She is a woman. That's fine.
It's all of you.
So,
This is what I put up with.
Nika, can we please at least try to have a united front on this? Don't back down so easily. I'm
strong.
That was perfect and fitting for the opening read for Nika position.
keep playing.
Ever.
Featuring me.
Oh my god.
Hi, Juxta.
And Nika, I guess.
Yes, because we are the coolest hosts of LBR, the only ones that matter, and now you guys are so excited to be here for this show.
Am I excited, Nika?
The chat said they were.
You can feel the energy bursting from us.
Yeah, the autism energy.
Now, what? You guys followed this up by introducing your guests for the show, which, Nika, I'm going to compliment you and say very good selection on guests with Strife.
Thank you.
Enjoyed listening to his opinions.
I kissed him once.
I thought that
No fair. I don't have my drops open.
I thought that he did a very good job adding.
Jeez, they're even slow.
Yeah, they're low. Yeah, they're low. You know why? Because everything that I produce is at full volume and perfect. That's why.
That was.
Well, no, it's at a different. God damn you! It's a different piece of software, you idiot. Anyway, no, I definitely enjoyed listening to Strife. I thought he added a lot. Now, Juxta.
Yes.
You brought on a guest as well.
I did.
What?
And
I had a little.
Have you not listened? Have you not listened to this episode?
I listened
a big
to the
person.
first few minutes of it as I was going to sleep, and I have never had such a good night's rest.
First of all, yeah, like the whole push to talk vibe that you guys had going on the entire episode, that definitely left something to be desired.
We didn't have the Zoom login info. So that's all we had to work with, man.
Nika,
I didn't do push to talk. Thank you very much. I know that it's bad.
Yeah, but but your mic would still, it wasn't open the whole time. It was still like when you weren't talking, it would close.
Yeah.
So it was still push to talk in terms of audio production.
A lot of background noise too. I mean, no one.
There was a lot of background noise.
I mean, yeah.
For our mics turning off in between speaking, there was background noise?
No. When your mics were active and I could hear your voices, I could hear the background noise.
Yeah,
Okay,
see, now
we know that Juxta had background noise, and we spent like 10 minutes trying to fix it, and we got it as best as we could.
Nika,
it's a stupid fucking headset.
Even I can explain what he's talking about. The reason we do 60 seconds of silence is so that he can tune out everyone's background noise.
That's right.
When your mics are constantly turning on and turning off and turning on and turning off, you can't get rid of the ambient background noises.
I know that, but I don't know how to do that on Discord.
So
use Zoom.
We
couldn't use Zoom. We didn't have the login info.
Really? Because I think Ascalia figured out the next week.
I asked Aniero and he goes, just use Discord. So don't even give me that bullshit. That is a true thing that happens.
Yeah, you can actually set it to just have
just keep your mic
mics.
constantly open. I have no idea how to do that, and we didn't have the time to fuck around with it. And regardless, it was Juxta's fucking headset. They gave background noise.
Then you didn't allocate enough time for yourself to set up then.
I spent like hours trying to update and figure out stream shit and like test it on others' Twitch channels that nobody would find. It was horrible, and I tried my best. And it seriously, Juxta needs a better headset. That background noise, we tried really hard.
We are an iron wall. Do not break and crumble, okay?
All right.
I can hear you breaking. Be
but
strong.
I still believe you need a better headset, so get one.
Aniero, I will give you $20 if you can get her to cry this episode.
I think we might be halfway there.
I'm not going to cry.
That is a terrible bet. You will lose.
Me and Juxta stand behind our amazing product.
Okay. Well, we'll see. But anyway, Juxta, to go back to the point, you had brought on a guest as well.
Yes. He was very knowledgeable. I stand by my guest.
Skuro?
Yes.
I didn't even stand by your guest. I'm not backing you up on this one.
There goes the Iron Curtain.
I'm sorry. On the show, I wasn't about this, and I'm still not about this.
You know what? No, here's his rating credentials. He pugged OS 1 and he beat it before Nika.
I understand, but you need to understand the damage that you've just done, because there were people in the Reddit thread that were giving him compliments. Okay? That's a problem. That's a serious problem that needs to stop right the fuck now. The only way we get anything done from him is if we beat him mercilessly day after day. You know what he's like? He's LBR's Reek, okay? You can't, do not bring back Theon Greyjoy. We need Reek to be able to have YouTube content, okay? You gave him a little bit of his identity back. You are now responsible, Juxta, for re-breaking Skuro.
Yeah, and if it doesn't work, then we're gonna have to kill you in front of him.
I don't know what that would solve.
It would send him back because he's anchored to you now.
Actually, maybe if we just kidnapped him.
There you go. And then sent pictures of somebody like raping Juxta.
God, I think that would fuck up any of us, honestly.
Nika, come on. Iron Curtain.
I'm saying. I just meant like seeing a friend get raped in pictures would traumatize any of us, wouldn't it? I would be upset.
I mean, it would depend on who it was, I guess. I might be into it.
Might be into it, he said.
What?
I mean, it might be cool to see Daddy in a different position.
Oh my God. I can't. This is why I cannot be an Iron Curtain. What the fuck are you saying?
Let's go back to the air check.
To love.
Without any production sounds.
Yeah, we get it. There are no production sounds, Nika.
Now we have to explain, Nika, because the podcast will still have the production sounds, but only our Twitch viewers will not have
Okay,
any
all right.
production
Okay,
sounds.
yes, thank you for explaining that. It didn't need explanation beyond that.
I
but
feel like it did.
I think it
when
did
you're
too.
listening to the fucking sounds on the podcast, that's a little bit confusing and jarring, don't you think, you dumb
that's
shit?
Why we had to explain.
No, you didn't.
Because
you
I on the podcast, that would be confused.
I had to explain Nika's explanation, which had no need, but because it was said, then we had to explain.
That's actually valid, but
Thank you.
none of it needed explaining except before the show.
Why did Reddit like this?
Why did Reddit like this? That's, I think, the question.
Because they're smart.
All right, let's go. Let's go on to the next clip, because I mean, yeah, you guys brought on the guests. Your guests, varying degrees of passable. I still don't know why you chose Skuro. Why?
It was last minute.
He's a machinist.
Yeah, so that gives him a little bit more credibility because he's, it gets beat up all the time, and he actually cleared as a machinist, I presume. So,
Next clip, please.
So
everything's really awkward and weird without any sounds or intro or anything.
Is that the wrong one?
That's the same
the same
clip.
clip.
That's the same clip.
Go to Mark 3.
Yeah, you got to
Okay.
double click to be able to take you to the right spot.
No.
Hey-o.
Hi, Piggy.
Hi, Piggy.
You guys missed me already, I know.
Oh, okay, so this is where you're bringing on a
Caller.
Yeah, you're bringing on a
Not
caller.
that server.
Missing your Piggy. Piggy face. Oh no! Oh no! I just tried to stop myself from logging out and it logged me out again. Fuck this! I hate this. Why are we doing this?
Okay, all right. Pause, Nika.
Yeah.
You don't need to make mention of every technical aspect of the show, right? Like
Except for I was hosting the stream.
I get it.
And my
I get
stream
it.
disconnected.
Yeah, sure.
So wait, so people watching couldn't see that you got disconnected? You had to tell them?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
because I knew they were going to make fun of me, and I didn't want that to happen.
Of
so
course
I had
they're
call
going to
it
make
out
fun of
first.
you. Of course they're going to make
And guess
fun
what?
of you.
They didn't after I called it out first. So.
Do you realize that we get made fun of every time we have a flub in a scripted part of the show? I mean, it just comes with the territory. It's just natural.
And we had to roll with it. So
It was also
we did.
because I was very against standing where we were standing, and they're like, "Yeah, you can just jump every 30 minutes and you'll be fine." And I got disconnected twice. It's horrible.
Let it be known, I have been against the place that we've had to do our show for the last 5, 6, 7 shows. That has nothing to do with the show. That has everything to do with Square Enix. So
Fuck you, Square Enix.
that's right.
Yeah.
Eat a dick.
All right.
All right, next clip here.
Next clip.
Yeah, just move on to the next one. Because that was my.
If you're a samurai, you could solo him. Oh,
Yeah, I
No,
soloed
I
Phase
do
before.
have
I'm a
samurai, and I can't solo them, so.
Get good.
you're probably bad.
Have you considered getting good?
What? I am good.
Okay. All right.
Uncertainly.
I mean, it's
Okay, you
also-
can pause this. Is this what passes for humor on this show when I'm not here? Is this what
You know,
is that
the
what you
get
call
good
a
mantra
joke?
was all you. So
What?
we're using your jokes.
Yeah, I know.
You're saying your jokes aren't funny?
No, what I'm saying is that you're not doing any fucking work. You're just taking my jokes
When he's not here.
You're taking my opinions, and you just take longer to say them. I mean, what you guys took 3 hours to say, I could have said in 20 fucking minutes, and we could have moved on to the next thing.
Oh, please. For starters, when you ever say something, it always takes 3 hours to say it.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
we always dwell on it for 800 hours.
Yeah, and that's where we get the majority of content for the show.
But
What would you guys-
were repeating?
What would you guys do week over week if it wasn't for my 4 to 7 minute rants? By the way, very specific amount of time there, Reddit.
And very wrong, by the way.
Look, just because
they're like 10
they
minutes.
subscribe to the Carlos Mencia thought of humor doesn't mean that they're wrong.
I love
think-
ice cream.
That's exactly what that means. God damn it. I fucking hate you so much, Juxta.
You see, Nika, we just have to disarm them, and then we do a fine job.
We got this.
I
Okay.
hate that I can see the connections that he draws to get there. That's what I fucking hate about it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
possible that because people are saying in the chat they don't have that problem on Gilgamesh. So I mean, I don't know if it has anything to do with our population or just that people don't want to grind hunts all day long, because now that there's 3 instances and 3 times the hunts, nobody gives a shit.
Pretty sure Sargeras is like third most populated or fourth for US, right?
Sargeras.
He's like 4.
He did say Sargeras.
Sargeras.
Stop, pause. Yeah, he said Sargeras. I heard that.
That is a WoW server, by the way, Sargeras.
Oh!
Strife
Which we know he plays WoW. So.
calling you out, buddy.
I think we just we have to expose the truth for where it is. I'm only level 64. This guy plays on
World of Warcraft.
Sargeras. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, well, what's wrong with playing a clearly superior game?
Ooh. Ooh.
I got your back, Strife.
Hey, Reddit. Why aren't you getting really mad at Juxta? Get really mad at Juxta for that.
Because I'm 70.
Oh,
He was the first
I
70 out of all of us, actually.
I see what the difference is here.
Yeah, all right.
All right. By the way, we are air checking the last couple of episodes of Limit Break Radio here. If you want to call the show, let us know what you think of the last couple of shows. Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord. We'll definitely be able to get you in and out quicker and in a more professional manner than these chuckle fucks were able to do in the last 2 shows. So
Unless you're Volkai.
Unless you're Volkai, in which case we're punishing you for having a shitty call earlier in the day. Anyway, Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord. All right, let's move on to the next clip here, Juxta.
Okay.
I mean, the other tanks are still beating her on the meter, so that's weird.
Hear that bus drive by?
Are you telling me
Is
that?
this why you don't stream your raid nights, Nika? Because you're embarrassed?
No, you're telling me.
This is because you play on a controller.
Okay, let me tell you this. You're telling me that a Dark
Hold on.
Knight not in Grit the entire time should be able to out DPS, or should not be able to out DPS a Paladin in Shield Oath the entire time? Like, let's be real.
Okay, a couple of things. First of all, this was a high spot for the show. I enjoyed this part of the show. Second of all, Nika, what are you doing in Shield Oath the entire time?
Oh my god. Are we really going to have this discussion again? If you have never done a fight before and your healers don't know the mechanics and you don't know where the tank busters are, you should not be in Sword Oath or you're going to die.
Wait, why don't you know where the tank busters are?
Because
Don't
it
you
was
watch
the
your
first
husband?
time doing
Don't
it.
you watch your husband's videos on how to do it?
Oh my god. Stop. Do not start these rumors. I don't need these in my life. Please. I don't need this.
I bet if Mr. Happy New didn't watch his videos, he'd be really upset about that. You should support him.
Look, I don't understand why you would ever be in Shield Oath all the time.
Okay, please go do a raid. Don't use tank stance, and I want to see how long you live. Good luck. Good luck.
Nika, if you had good healers, you would.
I know,
stay
right?
alive.
Yeah. I mean, it's called
God.
stance dancing for a reason. I mean, it's just not supposed to be all the time. I can't believe I'm having to explain this to you as a level 64.
What? Well, once I learn and memorize the fight, which now I do with the first one. So
Oh,
now
just
I can
learn
start
and
to
memorize
figure-
your fucking job, Nika.
That's what I'm doing. God damn it. Juxta, where's my Iron Curtain?
I can't back you on full 100% tank stance, Nika.
For the first time you ever are clearing, you can't back that?
He's never cleared before, so no, of course he would beg.
See, now that I know the fight and know where all the mechanics are, I can switch out and not die.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Tell us a little bit more about your feelings about this new healer.
Oh my god. How did we go there? Again, I thought you were supposed to critique our presentation of the show, not my opinions. Like,
Tell that to fucking Reddit.
Called it.
Since you have a line of communication with him and I don't.
Plus, it's not often. It's not often we get to critique your opinions because Aniero's always stifling them.
That's right.
God.
How could we have
My
time?
opinions and words are so stifled, I feel so sad.
Are you even trying?
No.
Let's hit up the next clip here.
Like, why is your group going in and walking through those paths and killing those trash and leading up to a boss? Doesn't make
why
sense.
isn't that like just like a zone? You know, like how hard would that have been just to have like, you know, hell, you could even have like alternate dimensions of like different creatures fighting and shit around you. Like,
Oh, that would be
really
too
cool.
much development. Instead, there's a
Yeah, I was gonna say,
black
it could-
space around us.
It
No,
could
but I
even
mean
be-
like
it could just be.
Okay, all right.
I heard that.
You know,
the production, like, I'm sorry, it's so hard to listen to this because of
Okay,
all the
it is-
background noise.
No, that was mostly us talking over each other because
Yes.
we
Yes,
are
it
not in the
was.
same room. We cannot see when someone starts to talk, so then one person stops and then the other person stops, so then we both start at the same time and then we both stop again. That comes with the territory of not being in the same room, which, by the way, is a benefit to LBR fucking Reddit. But regardless, like, that's just what happens.
by the way, Kahlo, you are super guilty of this when you are not in the studio.
Yeah.
You are the worst.
It's hard.
You are the worst about this.
Are you mental?
Well, that's because my opinion's better than everyone else's,
Oh, God damn it.
so they should shut up.
It's probably not. But anyway, all right, let's move on to the second episode because I feel like
I don't know. We're getting pretty close to the end of the show here. We should probably read a fan fiction.
No.